Rather strange situation currently. We see a lot of volatility in assets, and it seems that prices are very undecided as to which direction they want to go. However, inflation continues to grow by leaps and bounds around the world. And even if the markets are not in their best mood right now, people will soon realize that they will have no choice but to invest their money if they do not want it to be completely devoured by the great inflation, since this is not transitory, as many told us, but rather that inflation is here to stay for many more years, and those who do not invest their money in assets will end up seeing how their purchasing power is dissipating minute by minute. And with the stock markets and the crypto for the Ellis, this may be one of the best times to start investing. That is why in today's video we are going to see the 5 scripts or currencies to invest in this month of June. Cryptocurrencies that have a good technical aspect, strong fundamentals, or events and very interesting updates to come this month. Coins that could go up a lot in price, or that could also, of course, collapse, but nevertheless are assets with a good long-term projection, so we can beat many of these coins without any problems if they don't give us money quickly, as we hope so. People, if you are interested in knowing what are those 5 coins that I am talking about, make sure you stay with me until the end of this video. We start, and the first project on the list is about Cardano and subscribed currency Fairy. This is one of the most popular smart contract blogs in the entire crypto market, so I think that does not need much introduction, so let's go straight to the point. A few days ago, when we saw a good recovery from Cardano, or rising a lot in price and once again positioning itself among the 6 most coins in the entire market. So despite of the well-known drawbacks of this project, such as the recent flight of capital that its ecosystem had in recent times, as we have been analyzing in this channel, the investors and the charging community are not yet firm in supporting the project. Even in critical moments such as these are something that is really a very good sign, since it shows us the type of investors who are within this asset, investors with conviction and who have their sights set on the long term. But in addition to this, there is another thing that may be motivating this recovery in the price of ADA, and it is that in this same month of June the cargo team does not plan to launch its unexpected Hartford called Easy. This update is primarily intended to address the scalability issues of the entire network by changing the method in which transactions are validated. These unique features are going to improve overall upload performance and good optimize the system for that it can adapt to a greater number of DeFi applications with intelligent deals running at the same time on the blockchain, something that of course could bring more capital and more projects to the network, and consequently also clearly raise the price of the cryptocurrency. Fairy has a current price of 58 cents at the time of recording this video, a market capitalization of $19 billion and more than 33 million tokens in circulation. Hopefully everything goes as expected, and that June is an incredible month for this cryptocurrency. The next project on the list is about Ethereum and subscribed foreign currency is official. It is the largest blockchain of smart contracts in the world, a chain of blocks that houses thousands of decentralized applications that together give Ethereum today a total locked capital of almost $70 billion that are generating returns in different decentralized finance applications within this network. Day after day outside is a project that has been with us for many, many years, that has not stopped growing over time and is now approaching one of the most important updates in the history of this merge stadium 2.0 network, the merger, or whatever you want to call it, but this update is the one that comes to change outside of its Traditional proof of work system. Towards a proof of stake 1. Something that is going to completely eliminate Ether mining which of course will also greatly reduce the issuance of new Ether salt market. Making this moneda becomes much more scarce, so if the demand for it remains as it is today or the price increases, it can also rise quite a bit from Merxit will start testing it this June in Robston the test network from the blog without putting where. If the results are positive, it is most likely that there will be an increase in demand for this currency even before it is the official launch on the main network. The cryptocurrency has a current price of $1,800, a capitalization of more than $200 million, and a circulating supply of approximately 120 million tokens. The next project the list is about chains and subscribed. Chain by Chain is a blockchain proof of work that combines this consensus mechanism that uses Bitcoin with a system like the one that uses Phantom, for example, a technology that allows the network to scale to levels that a traditional test of work blogging Ionel could never do. It chain claims to be able to provide Bitcoin-like security, but at the same time allow the scalability and speed that businesses and the masses in general need when adopting Web 3.0. This is how Chain offers the best of both worlds and creating a totally unique environment to develop an ecosystem of applications that can be secure and at the same time scale on a large scale without any type of limits. Ecosystems that grow more and more every day, and where many projects are deciding to ally with this blogging so that the future for Chain very, very well. The cryptocurrency Chain has a current price of $2 per coin, a market capitalization of $390 million and 184 million Teo that is in circulation. This is a token that if they continue to do things well, it could become in one of the most relevant crypts in the next world market, at least of course in my personal opinion. Now well before continue, let me tell you a little about the sponsor of today's video. This is a fusion between a play to earn game and an online metaverse where by the simple fact of playing we will be able to generate real money in the form of Christ coins. This brings us a new digital world where we as players will be able to investigate and create in our own way this new universe that emulates the planet Earth, based on a real world map with real locations of our Earth. As owners of one of these lands NFTs, we can define on this metaverse our own territories and control scarce resources, increase the value of our portion of virtual lands that grow in value over time as we naturally develop them and unfold in different territorial disputes with our neighbors. Political control within the world of ARTA is put 100% on the hands of the players, and because these are the ones who can create a real economy based on interaction with other people online, start wars against other landowners, create relationships with other players, to form strategic alliances, and even get involved in politics, is an artificial environment where players can create the world in their own way, the world where they would like to live. As players, our goal will be to choose the type of individual we want to be in this metaverse. We can take the role of a student, the role of a businessman, or even that of a military soldier, whatever it is, the one that we like or the one that best suits our own style of play. Recently we saw the release of the beta of the ARTA game, and those of us who tried it were able to test firsthand the experience that this project has offered us. We were also seeing how the game works. Hexagon system. We looked inside some buildings and even saw the game characters then with 350,000 plots of land that are for sale, where more than 25,000 of these have already been sold to people who want to be part of This mega-verse play to earn and generate the cryptocurrency as a reward for playing, which is the basis of all. This essence is of the first level, such as Qcoin Huobi and even by Bill a game. That is part of the video game development studio 3 Towers, a developer where several very interesting games came out that we already discussed in this channel, and I think this one will not be the exception. So if there is something you just saw about it that was interesting to you, do not forget to go to the link that I leave below in the description and in a comment posted, simply so that you can go to try the beta of the game completely free of charge. So don't forget to take a look at it, and of course, always remember that absolutely none of this is an investment recommendation. Sign and do not forget to do your own research. Having said that, we can continue with the video. The next project on the list is about mining and subscribed coin of the same name. Mine uses one of the most interesting technologies that we can find in space crypto today, and it is the smallest and lightest blockchain in the entire market, with a fixed weight of 22 kilobytes, while the other blockchains weigh hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes. So we could say that any traditional blogging looks like this, and mine looks like this. La Blanche and Domina allows its users to access the network in a totally fast and efficient way from any type of device for daily use, no matter how small and inefficient it may be, thus being able to ensure this chain of blocks from any of these devices, making all the participants of this blogging in turn validating nodes of transactions within the system. Since running a node on mine is thousands of times faster and simpler than running a node of almost any other chain of blocks, which makes this block clear in a huge decentralization also. Although this network increases in number of users with the overtime, its size will never be affected, so it will always remain in a tiny state. Mine takes full advantage of zero-knowledge technologies and is creating the necessary infrastructure for a safe and democratic web future within the crypto ecosystem. However, despite of all this great technology, the mining block has a very negative point, and that is that today it can process very few transactions per second, having a speed similar to that of this link, for example, something that many emphasize when explaining why they do not want to invest in this block. But we must understand that this is a totally new project, and it is now where one should invest if you are interested, when the technology is still in development and then the product is already finished, running perfectly, and when the currency has a gigantic capitalization. But the best time to invest is when a quality project is working to solve its biggest problems, whether it is Cardano or Solana Stereo or any other written currency. All these blogging are agent technology, and technology is constantly updated and improved. So I think mine could have great chances to grow and solve all its problems in the long term, to become one of the blocks with the most innovative technology in the entire crypto market. The crypto currency mine has a total price of 88 cents, a market capitalization of $460 million, and approximately 500 million tokens in circulation. Without a doubt, I think that mine has a huge future. Finally, the last project on this list is about Kleber and subscribed currency that he sees. Kleber is a crypto payments ecosystem made up of a wallet, a mobile application to store custody of our cryptocurrencies, a swap, and even an operating system. We can also find the Kleber block, the Kleber exchange, and even the Kleber bank. So, as you can see, they have a lot of different